I wake with a smile stitched carefully on my face, like a flag raised high before the sun learns my name. Morning asks nothing, so I answer with light, while my soul stays quiet, wrapped in night. I greet the world with practiced warmth, a voice trained to sound like hope. People love the way I laugh on cue. They never ask what it costs me to do. My smile walks ahead of me everywhere, opening doors, calming storms. It is fluent in greetings, it speaks the language of crowds. But my soul sits behind my ribs, silent, barefoot, listening. It has learned that not every truth needs an audience. I shake hands with joy in public. I pose with happiness for photos. Inside, my heart lowers its eyes, tired of explaining its bruises. There are questions people never ask, because smiles answer them too quickly. They say, and my mouth replies before my soul can speak. I am kind in daylight, generous with encouragement. I hand out strength like bread, even when I am hungry myself. At night, the smile loosens its grip, falls asleep on the chair. That is when my soul finally stands, stretching in the dark. Silence is not empty, it is heavy with unsaid prayers. My soul carries conversations that never reached my tongue. I have learned the art of balance, joy for the world, quiet for myself. Like the moon, I show one face and hide the rest in shadow. People clap for the version of me they know, the one who never breaks in public. They do not see the cracks, because I fill them with laughter. My smile is a bridge, my silence is a home. One connects me to everyone, the other keeps me alive. There are days my soul knocks loudly, begging to be heard. I hush it gently, not because it is wrong, but because the world is not ready. I have cried without tears, screamed without sound. My soul knows the weight of being strong too long. Strength is praised, but rest is rarely offered. So I rest in silence, where no expectations live. I watch others unload their pain, and I hold it with care. They thank me for listening, never knowing I am drowning too. Still, I smile. Not because I am fake, but because kindness matters. Because the world is already sharp. My soul understands this sacrifice, even when it aches. It knows the smile is armor, and silence is the healing underneath. I walk through crowds like a calm river, smooth on the surface, deep below. Stones of memory line my bed, stories only I can feel. Sometimes I wish for one safe voice, one place where my soul can speak freely. Until then, silence remains my language, and patience my prayer. I am not sad, I am not always happy. I am human, carrying both in the same chest. Smiles for the people, because they need light. Silence for the soul, because it needs truth. And in this quiet balance, I continue to breathe, learning every day how to be gentle with myself. The road does not ask how tired I am, so I walk it with grace. Each step measured, each breath pretending to be easy. I have learned how to nod at pain, like an old acquaintance. We recognize each other now, no introductions needed. My smile has become a uniform, pressed and clean. People trust it, they believe what it shows. But my soul speaks in pauses, in the spaces between words. It speaks when the room is empty, when even echoes fall asleep. There are songs I hum silently, because my voice would tremble aloud. Melodies stitched from memory, lyrics written by loss. I celebrate others loudly, clap until my hands sting. Their happiness feels like borrowed sunlight, warm, but not mine to keep. When they leave, I gather the quiet again. Silence waits faithfully, like a loyal friend. I have mastered the art of listening, because no one listens to me. So I listen harder, as if that might balance the world. My soul keeps a diary without pages, every feeling memorized. Joy visits briefly, pain overstays without apology. Sometimes I wonder, what would happen if I stopped smiling? Would the world ask questions? Or would it simply walk past? I smile anyway, not to hide, but to protect what is soft inside me. Tender things need shelter. The nights are honest with me. They do not demand strength. They allow me to be small, to curl up inside my own breath. In the dark, my soul removes its armor, lets the scars breathe. No one applauds this moment, but it is the most real. I carry responsibilities like inheritance, heavy, unquestioned. I do not complain, because complaining feels like weakness here. Still, my soul whispers rebellion, soft but persistent. It dreams of mornings without masks, of laughter that costs nothing. I have loved deeply in silence, missed loudly in secret. Some names live in my chest, unspoken, but alive. People think silence means emptiness. They are wrong. Mine is crowded with thoughts, a city that never sleeps. I offer advice like medicine, even when I am unhealed. They call me wise, not knowing wisdom grew from wounds. There is a special loneliness in being everyone's strong one. You become the shelter, but never the one who rests inside. My smile has memorized its angles. My eyes know when to shine. I do not blame the world. It moves fast, and pain moves quietly. Only those who hurt notice it. Some days I feel invisible, despite being surrounded, seen by many, known by none. Still, I choose kindness. Still, I choose patience. Because bitterness would poison the little peace I have left. My silence is not surrender, it is preparation. Like soil waiting for rain, like dawn holding its breath. I believe one day my soul will speak freely, not in screams, but in steady, fearless truth. Until then, I balance carefully between roles, smiling where it helps, silent where it heals. I am learning that survival does not always look heroic. Sometimes it looks like quiet endurance, like choosing to stay gentle. So if you see me smiling, know it is offered with love. And if you never hear my soul, know it is still alive. Smiles for the people, because the world is heavy. Silence for the soul, because healing needs space. Some mornings arrive gently, as if they know I am fragile. Light slips through the window, careful not to wake the weight inside me. I sip hope slowly, like a drink too strong for one heart. Today, I tell myself, I will be enough again. The mirror reflects a familiar stranger, eyes trained to look calm. I adjust my smile like a crown, wear it with quiet dignity. My soul watches from behind the glass, patient, observant. It knows this performance well. It has rehearsed it for years. I step into the world where everyone carries their own storms. Mine just learned to reign inward, softly, without thunder. I compliment freely, lift others with words. Each kind sentence feels like a promise I once needed myself. There are people who mistake my silence for mystery or pride. They do not realize it is simply carefulness. Carefulness comes from breaking before, from trusting the wrong ears. So my soul learned discretion, and my heart learned restraint. I carry memories like folded letters, never mailed, never burned. Some are stained with longing, others with regret. I wonder how many versions of me exist in other people's stories. The helper, the listener, the one who never asks for help. At times my soul grows tired of being brave. It wants to sit down, let the world spin without it, just for a moment. But responsibility taps my shoulder, reminds me who I am to others. So I stand back up, smile restored, voice steady. The quiet inside me is not weakness, it is discipline. It is choosing peace over constant explanation. I have learned that not everyone deserves access to your depth. Some only know the surface, and that is okay. My soul protects its sacred rooms, doors closed with wisdom. Inside them live my truest fears and my purest hopes. There is a fire in me that never went out, even when buried under ashes. Silence kept it alive. I talk to the stars without words, ask them questions they never answer. Still, their listening comforts me, more than human noise. I have forgiven without apologies, released without closure. My soul deserved peace more than explanations. When loneliness visits, I serve it tea. We sit together quietly, old companions by now. I do not chase happiness loudly anymore. I wait for it softly, like a cat on a windowsill, trusting it will return. My smile grows gentler, less desperate to please. It is learning honesty, one curve at a time. Sometimes I allow myself to be quiet even among people. Not every silence needs filling. Not every thought needs sharing. I am discovering the strength in saying nothing, in letting moments pass without reaction. My soul hums in the background, a low, steady song. It no longer begs for attention. It trusts me now. I am not healed completely, but I am healing honestly. And that feels like progress, like breathing without fear. So if I seem distant, know I am tending to myself. If I seem warm, know it is genuine. Smiles for the people, because compassion matters. Silence for the soul, because growth needs quiet. Time moves differently inside me now, less rushed, more aware. I no longer chase moments, I let them arrive. My footsteps sound softer than before, as if I've learned respect for the ground. Every place has its memory, every silence its reason. I used to fear quiet, afraid it would expose too much. Now I understand. Silence only reveals what is true. I sit with myself longer these days. No distractions, no excuses. Just breath meeting breath, heart learning patience. My smile has changed shape. It bends less for approval. It appears when it wants to, not when it is demanded. People still expect strength from me, and I still give it, but not at the cost of my soul, not at the price of my peace. I have learned to say later to things that drain me. Not everything deserves my energy. Not everyone needs my explanation. My soul stretches in this new space, like muscles unused for years. It aches a little, but it is a good ache. I notice beauty more quietly now, in small things. A cup warming my hands, a breeze speaking my name. I realize I was never empty, just unheard, never weak, just tired. There are days I still fall back into old habits, smiling too much, giving too fast, but I forgive myself quickly. Growth is not a straight road. It curves, it pauses, it turns back sometimes. I am learning that rest is not laziness, it is respect for a heart that carried too much. My soul no longer hides completely, it peeks through my eyes. Those who look closely can see it, those who don't were never meant to. I no longer explain my quiet, I let it be misunderstood. Peace is more important than being perfectly known. There is a calm forming inside me, not loud, not dramatic, just steady, like a flame protected from wind. I have stopped waiting for someone to notice my pain. I notice it now, and that is enough. I still smile for the people, because kindness is who I am. But I save my deepest truth for moments that deserve it. My silence is no longer lonely. It is companionable. It walks beside me, not behind me. I trust myself more, my instincts, my limits. I honor the warnings my soul whispers. Some chapters closed without goodbye, and I survived that. Some doors stayed shut, and I built windows. I no longer need permission to protect my heart. I grant it freely, with calm confidence. So if you meet me now, you may feel a quiet strength. Not the kind that shouts, but the kind that stays. Smiles for the people, yes, still. But now also honesty and gentleness for myself. Silence for the soul, not as hiding, but as listening, as honoring. I wake now with less weight on my chest, not because the past vanished, but because I learned how to set it down. The air feels different when you stop carrying yesterday everywhere. Breathing becomes a choice again, not a struggle. I still remember the nights that shaped my silence. They no longer scare me. They taught me endurance. My smile has learned honesty. It no longer overpromises joy. People notice something new in me. They call it calm. They don't know it was built from storms survived quietly. I walk slower now. Let moments catch up to me. Life speaks in whispers when you stop shouting at it. My soul has found its rhythm, a steady beat beneath my ribs. It doesn't rush, it trusts the timing. I allow myself to feel fully. Joy without guilt, sadness without shame. Both belong to me. There are still days of silence, but they are no longer cold. They are warm rooms where I rest. I no longer measure my worth by how useful I am to others. I am learning that being is enough. My kindness is no longer self-erasing. My generosity has borders. I give from fullness now, not from emptiness. I speak when it matters and stay quiet when it heals. Both are strengths, both are choices. The world still asks for smiles, and I still offer them. But not as a shield, as a gift. My soul no longer hides in corners. It walks beside me openly, still quiet, but no longer afraid. I forgive the version of me who didn't know how to rest. They were doing their best with what they had. I am proud of the softness I kept in a world that rewarded hardness. That softness saved me more times than I can count. Hope feels lighter now, less desperate. It sits with me, not ahead of me. I no longer wait for perfect days. I collect honest ones. Moments of truth outshine grand illusions. There is peace in knowing I don't need to explain my journey. Those meant to understand already do. My smile is quieter now, but deeper. My silence is fuller, but kinder. I carry myself differently, with care, with patience, with respect. Smiles for the people, because love still matters. Silence for the soul, because truth still whispers. And somewhere between the two, I finally meet myself. Not broken, not pretending, just whole.